Moikka kaikille and welcome to another video. So this video is gonna be very educational, theoretical, and full-on information. So just to let you know. But before we get into the video, I just wanted to kind of pay attention to the surroundings. As you can see, we're in a new location. I'm currently in Finland filming this video. If you don't know, and you've only been following these more theoretical videos, I have just moved back to Finland just because me and my partner are moving to Australia in about a month. If you're interested, you can follow my journey up from here. I'll link the playlist of the journey up there. But just if you're wondering what's going on with my background, it's actually quite aesthetically pleasing, I must say. I'm currently in my friend's apartment, who has been so kind and given me the possibility to stay here while I'm in this weird between time. But yeah, I won't bore you anymore with that, but just so you know. Okay, so what are we gonna be talking about today? Most likely you can see it in the title, but I wanted to have a very quick, clear video on what you need to know when you move out from a country. So I actually have listed 6 things that you should go through before you move to a new country. So this is all something that you have to do with the old country, so where you're moving from. Because there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of boring, confusing stuff, and I just wanted to have a clear list of things. I actually personally got these from a Danish government website, which has listed through all the things that you have to do in Denmark when you move out. But these are pretty overall and universal, I think, so that's why I'm gonna be using the same link. If you're interested, I can actually link it down on the website here and you can check it out. But let's start. So the first thing is that you have to check through your bank and your insurance statements. So if you have bank accounts or you have insurances in your old country, you have to contact them and see what their policy is. My bank, for example, they give you actually a possibility to keep your bank account for up to a year after you move the country where you have the bank account in. So you get all tax returns and pension returns and all these things. So that's a good thing to go through first. Maybe contact them, email them, ask what's going on. Same goes with insurance. When I was moving back from Finland to Denmark, I used to have an insurance there, but when I called them and asked what's the thing, they said that unfortunately I won't be able to transfer it into Denmark. So these things are good to go through as a first thing. Then the second thing is children. This is not very current for my situation, but if you have children, it's good to go through what's the process of moving your kids from a different school to the new country school, or all of that system. Most likely they will have to go through the register process in some way as well, so it's good to pay attention to all the school systems, how long it takes to transfer a kid from another country school system to another one, and then if they're going to be able to continue on the same grade, or if the grading system in the new country changes or something like that. So that's the second thing. Then the third thing is making sure that your new address is registered onto the old country. This might seem very weird, but for example, if you are still going to be getting physical letters, or any kind of they need to contact you in any way from the old country, it's good to have the new country registered into the system of the old country. and if you have like a CPR, or if you have a identity number or anything like that, this is also most likely the process where you let the old country know that you won't be needing that identification anymore, and that you're in the process of moving forward. So it's good to go through that one as well at this point. So for example, I had to, when I moved here to Finland, I needed to go to the company that takes care of everyone's database and all the registrations. I went there and I told that I moved here and this is my new address here, and they logged it in. So they know if you're going to be part of the social security system, or if you're going to be bringing income to the tax monies, and so on. Then the fourth one is letting the tax company in your old country know that you're moving. This is very important because some countries might like give you a fee if you haven't like told them that you're moving away from the country, or you know, you might be ending up getting like tax payments even though you've moved out from the country and you're not earning in the old country anymore. So it's good to call your tax company and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, do I need to do anything? And I won't be earning any money in this country anymore. So that's a very important thing. And then the fifth one is, of course, the apartment thing. So this goes also kind of with the CPR and like identity number registration, but it's important to make sure that none of your old addresses are still like valid, because it might mess up the system in the way of like if new people move in and you're still registered there, your mail still goes to the old address. So you have to make sure that you can kind of like log out from your old apartment or old house in your old country. And then lastly, number 6, this is all your pension, your holiday, your return money. You have to make sure that you're still getting them once you move out. So if there's any holiday pay or holidays that you haven't been able to take in your old country and old work, you want to make sure that you're still getting the money once you move out, because you're entitled to that given that you have been working and so on. So it's good to, for example, call the pension company and be like, hey, I'm moving out, I won't be living here anymore, I want to make sure that I'm going to be getting the money from the pension one way or another. As far as I know, if you're European, at least when you're in Nordic, you can get pension paid from from another Nordic country. So let's say I would be 65 years old and I'm about to start my retirement, I would then get pension from Finland and from Denmark. But if you're outside from Europe or outside from the Nordic countries, you might actually need to make sure that you're getting the money beforehand. So like when you're moving out, they make sure that they pay you, because some places like the transfer of like paying the pension when you're old doesn't actually work, and it's a bit complicated. So it's good to go through like those finances, the holiday pays and pensions. Like, are you going to be able to get it back? How do you get it back? Or will you get them paid once you retire, for example? But that is actually all. This is a very fast, intense video, like I said. I hope this is something that you can kind of use as a list of like ticking off things when you move out. I do recommend look into the country's websites itself. This is just based on Denmark and Finland, so mainly the Nordic countries. But it's good to go through like finances and then registration, addresses, and then banking. Those are like the main things to go through when you're moving out from a country. That way you don't have to worry about any annoying paperwork once you're out and living your best life in the new country, because it's already done. And that's actually what I'm doing right now. I'm going through all my banking and my pensions and my holiday pays, and I am kind of overwhelmed. Even though it's very easy in Nordic countries at the moment, because like we kind of have the same database system and social healthcare system, so like transferring is quite easy. But those tax things, they mess my head up, and I'm always very confused where I'm going to be getting my pension or holiday pay. So it's a lot, and it's annoying, and it's frustrating, but you will thank yourself later once you've done all of this, and most likely you get like payments in the future, like money returns, which is always good when you're moving. So it's a good thing to do, and it takes time, it takes patience. Maybe have somebody around when you're going through with them. I have been complaining and crying about it to Greg while I've been doing it, even though it is fairly simple, but still. But I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a very short and intense, and I hope there was a lot of information. And if you do like this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, and it would be amazing if you subscribed. And don't forget to check out my moving process to Australia from up there. Other than that, I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!